Hi, this is Glenn with Crimson Lotus Tea. Today we are in Kunlu Shan. Kunlu Shan is about 400 kilometers south and slightly west of Kunming. We are south of the Tropic of Cancer, so we are technically in the tropics, the torrid zone. I like Kunlu Shan. I like Kunlu Shan a lot. We've come here multiple times every year ever since we've been in Yunnan. So this is about our 5th year in a row that we've been coming up here. Kunlu is it's just incredible. I want to show you guys around, let you see what the different types of trees are, give you a little bit of the history of Kunlu Shan, and show you what they have here. Kunlu Shan's about above 2,000 meters in altitude. It's really high up, and it's absolutely incredible. All the views are just amazing. It's a real treat every time we get a chance to get here. So we're walking through one of the Kunlu Shan gardens, and Kunlu Shan has 4 major tea products that they sell. They sell traditional Thai tea. Thai tea is just bush tea, trimmed, kept short. It's used for green tea and black tea. We're in one of the slightly older gardens. This would be more of an ecological garden. We're going to get up towards some of the trees for what they call Kunlu Shan in this area. Kunlu Shan are trees under 50 years old that are not cut or managed in any way. They're just allowed to grow ecologically. Kunlu Shan is really awesome material. I like Kunlu Shan a lot. I also have dashu. Dashu is big trees. Those are trees that are 60 years or so and older that would have been cut back in the day, but they're no longer cut, and so they've got really thick root trunks, but they stay short. They won't grow any taller. Look at this, some pu'er tea seeds. Locals sell the tea seeds and to manufacturers that cold press it into an oil or grind it down into a powder. There's a lot of good uses. You can use it as a cooking oil. The powder has a really high saponin content and can be used in soaps and shampoos. So these are what they call their small arbor trees. This is the Kunlu Shan. We sell this material from this garden here specifically. I like these trees. I like it a lot. I think the value for what Kunlu Shan offers is at a really sweet point with the Kunlu Shan material. It's a decent price for what you get. The rest of the stuff, the dashu and the gushu, super expensive. So that's the fourth tea that they have, the gushu material. And we'll work our way down towards the village, and we'll check that way out. I'm getting kind of lost in this tea garden here. It's these trees are big, even though they're only under 50 years old. They're still tall trees. This is one of Kunlu Shan's dashu gardens, big trees. They don't actually grow as tall as the other ones because at some point in time they had been trimmed. But you'll notice that the trunks are actually much larger. This material is here you go. Roughly sized for hand-wise. This is actually pretty cool, being able to be underneath here. The dashu material is really nice. It's got a thick body, but it's, I don't know, 10 times the price of the Kunlu Shan material, so it's a little harder for us to actually to get into any of it. Sadly, the only thing I'm not going to be able to show you guys today is where our slumbering dragon material is made. It is way up there. It's about 3 to 5 kilometers. It's super hard to get to, really far away. It is a long hike or a motorcycle trip, and we sadly don't have the time to get up there. I'll show you some pictures, post some pictures in here from when we were up there a couple years ago. That material is incredible. That's the wild tree material. I guess it's the fifth product they have in Kunlu Shan, and that material is singular and unique. For those of you who've had it, you know what I'm talking about. Really intense bitterness, but crazy amount of tea energy.
tea we pick from the Kunlu mountain is from this tea garden.
We're heading down towards Village 10. You can actually already right now see some really old trees in here. Village 10, that's just what they call it, Village 10. The closest main village is Hong, and that's another 25 kilometers down the road. It's a little ways down. We're quite a ways out of the closest main town is Ning'ar, and Hong is the closest village, and we're now in Village 10. And most of these people used to live in Hong. They moved up here in the 90s to start growing crops. It wasn't until about 2004 that people really started to recognize the potential of the old tree Gushu material that was up here. But since then, things have gone crazy. Lots of people moving up here and processing and working on the pu'er tea trees, the old trees. So Village 10 is actually kind of somewhat abandoned now. There's a couple of people that live here up on the hill, about half a kilometer out. Chinese government paid for everybody to have nice, big, new, fancy homes. And a lot of these were fairly quickly constructed. So, but they still come here and pick and process. All throughout this village, though, are just these really big old trees. The trunk on the base of that one's actually not too healthy, but hopefully it'll continue to live. So this is the heart of Kunlu Shan's old growth forest. These trees are massive, and they are insanely expensive. There's only about 400 trees here that qualify as Gushu. They're under 500 years old. I've had the tea from here. It's really, really, really good. But when you're paying $6,000 a kilo US for it, it's a little bit out of my price range. I think the Kunlu material, the other material, comes pretty close to what the old tree material is. The difference being maybe 5%. But the cost is extraordinary. But it's amazing to be able to get down here and see trees like this. Most of the people who purchase this material will come here as it is picked and processed. They'll buy an individual tree, and they will be here while it's processed the entire time. For the prices that they're paying, they kind of have to. This is the Kunlu Shan Chawang. It's the oldest tree in the tea garden, oldest and biggest. It's called the king tree. It's protected by its own special fence, and this is a very, very, very large tree. Very impressive. So one of the really cool things about Kunlu Shan is that this area used to be a tribute tea to the Emperor of China during the Qing Dynasty. That would have been 1600 to 1900. So they would have, the Chinese emperor would have had troops actually stationed in the area, making sure that the original, all of the tea that was harvested that year made it to him, or at least a significant percentage of it. It's kind of amazing to think that the tea that was actually from these trees was actually imperial quality tea in the day. That would have been like the emperor would have drank this tea from these trees at his imperial court in the Forbidden City in Beijing. That's kind of fascinating. I really like that area of history. The tea would have been picked and processed here, but it would have been gathered in Ning'ar. Ning'ar back in the day was called pu'erh, which kind of basically means like the governmental offices of Pu'er. Ning'ar is really close to Pu'er city, maybe like 15 or 20 miles. So they're very close together. The people in this area are really proud of the fact that their tea was actually a tribute tea to the emperor. there's an interesting aspect to it. Tea, historically in China, was a requirement for military strength. Tea enabled soldiers to be healthy. It enabled soldiers to be more alert. This is back before the time of multivitamins, when anybody can like be as healthy as they want to be just by taking a couple different little pills. Back then, if you were moving, like several 100,000 soldiers from point A to point B, if they weren't healthy, then your military wasn't healthy. And they found that tea was actually really important for maintaining military strength. So there's a certain interesting aspect to a place like this being a tribute tea. It is really, really, really far away from Beijing. So the emperor would want to actually station some troops here, just kind of make sure that maybe there wasn't any political uprisings or dissent or revolts. And also, if you're a tea farmer and you are working all day long to pick and process what the emperor needs for his personal tea needs, you're too tired to actually like plan any political uprising. So there's some interesting angles to the whole tribute tea thing that I find kind of fascinating. So in this area, the primary minorities are the Yi, the Hani, and the Lahu. The Lahu are primarily who live in the Kunlu Shan area. These trees would have been planted like a really, really long time ago. The old trees. The Qing Dynasty ended in early 1900s, so that would have ended the need for a tribute tea to the emperor, because there was no longer an emperor. And then nobody picked tea from here for a really long time. In the 50s, China was starving, and they actually cut down a lot of these trees, and they were growing crops to feed themselves. It wasn't until later that they recognized the value of what they had here. Like I said before, there's only about 400 old trees left, and they are highly, highly prized. It's kind of uncertain how it gets determined whose tree they belong to, but whoever gets them is basically the wealthiest people in the area. So there's actually some current court battles over individual trees, who owns it and who gets the right to pick and process it, and it can be pretty nasty. Neighbors are turning against neighbors. It's never nice to see that. I hope you like this opportunity to check out Kunlu Shan. I love this tea mountain. I love the tea that comes from here. It's really difficult for us to get up here every year. A lot of the places further up, especially the slumbering dragon material, it's really hard for the farmers to hike and pick and process it every day. One of our hopes with these videos is that people will be able to see some of the effort that goes into these teas. They're more than just a name. These are special places, special people, and these are amazing teas. Even a material like the Kunlu Shan under 50-year-old trees, you may think, oh well, that's not gushu. It doesn't matter. Those are amazing teas. They're grown well, grown ecologically. It's environmentally friendly. No pesticides, no herbicides. We walked through that garden. There's weeds everywhere. I was covered in bugs. Those are what you want to look for. These are quality teas. We're happy to bring them to you. You can also tell it's high altitude. I get out of breath walking up here. I'm a sea level boy. I'm not used to the I'm not used to the high altitude. The road to get up here is pretty tricky as well. Took a little video on the way up. I'm gonna splice it all together at the end of this video. I'll let you guys check it out, kind of see what it takes to get up here. The road's mostly paved now, which is nice, but they keep running these big, massive industrial trucks across it, and it just destroys the very nice road that they had a couple years ago. But I hope you like this video, and like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends that may find it interesting. Thanks for watching.
那青草间，风儿的亲吻，忘不了那草原上马儿的驰骋。 一个人走在异乡的路上，家乡的行程是我引路的神。忘不了那张房外炊烟的升腾，忘不了那雪山下乌龟的歌声。我独自站在异乡的风中，家乡的姑娘可在痴痴的等。嗦呀啦你嗦，嗦呀啦你嗦。我是一个流浪的牧人，身上缠着故乡的缰绳。那青草间风儿的亲吻，忘不了那草原上马儿的驰骋。一个人走在异乡的路上，家乡的行程是我引路的神。忘不了那张房外炊烟的升腾，忘不了那雪山下乌龟的歌声。我独自站在异乡的风中，家乡的姑娘可在痴痴的等。我是一个流浪的牧人，身上缠着故乡的缰绳。眷恋马背上的旅程，一生眷恋马背上的旅程。